Okay, from a dick. Come on, cheetah mode. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, the Tesla's just so fast. Now, it looks like he missed the law.
Tesla got him again, guys. Stimulus check got the bear, man, right there at the end. And then we got Apple, Tesla, the same thing. They both split. And we got Tesla right here coming out, or not Tesla, which, well, it is Elon. It's coming out with Neuralink in 2 days, talking about it. And I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with it, but I do think that Elon is talking about putting it into himself. If he hadn't already done it, but don't quote me on that one. But I do think he tweeted about it. And then right here, this is Elon talking about it. He said he thinks it will solve brain related diseases like autism, schizophrenia, and Alzheimer's. So that's huge. And, thank God we got somebody like him solving these problems for us. And then right here as well, the snake jazz. I think that was Elon's tweet of him hyping up about getting into the S&P, but we'll see. Time will tell. And this is the homepage right here, and a driver's in trouble from police for Tesla autopilot and YouTube video, which is pretty crazy. I don't really understand that one, but everybody rejects uh crazy new technology at first, just like nobody wanted a smartphone, all the older people, and now they all have them in their hands. So it just goes full circle. And then right here, we got another thing confirming good news for Apple and Tesla, saying that they could push 33% higher in the next 12 months just due to the split news and because they're the best companies. I mean, let's face it. And we got Tesla stock splits news. Everybody thinks it's going to be pretty volatile. I did warn you guys that a couple days ago. Could be getting pretty crazy. Um, and then Jim Cramer's also bullish on Apple Tesla long term, and really don't know how you couldn't be. And then they also got the Tesla Cyber Quad coming out. I don't think this is, but super hyped about that when it gets released as well. And then here is Google Trends, and I was looking at the US search term, but now I think I figured it out with worldwide. It'll be more accurate. So as you can see, we did hit a high of 54 in the 22nd, and now we're at 42. So did come down a little bit, but with battery news coming, I do think it'll come back up. And then we got how to buy a Tesla, and it hit a high of, let's see, 60 on the 22nd, and now it's at a 46. So maybe a little bit of drop in demand in Tesla, but once word of mouth spreads about them, really nothing gonna stop it. And then so we got a fear and greed of 74, and this has been steadily climbing over time. And so yeah, don't really have too much history on it. I've only been following it a week or so, but if this little tick right here acts as resistance, that'll be pretty interesting. But not really looking for that to happen. But we can look at the fear and greed over time, and you can also see like the lows are put in here, and we have had a steady uptrend, basically like a line chart of the S&P 500, um, or more like the Dow Jones because it's not at all-time highs. But if we do see a 100 or a 90 being put in fear and greed, we could be in trouble, and that would line up, maybe a couple more months in. So we'll see. We'll keep track of it going forward. And then, so looking at Tesla, we do have the 6 hour kind of rejecting the white line as resistance and also losing RSI, not good. And then the daily is also turning down right here. So we'll see. Thought it was on the daily. But we'll go down to the lower time frames. Okay, so maybe it was averted. I think yesterday it closed. It had the daily, but so yeah, not really on the daily. And then if we go down to the 1 hour, uh, we did get a break of the EMA, and it'll be healthy above the EMA as long as it's above 2021. And right now we're well above it at 2043 pre-market. And then we have this trend line coming down, kind of like this. So we did break it yesterday, and price action coming up. So with that all being considered, we might see something like this happen where we come up, reject 2060, and then come back into this range at pre-market and see what it wants to do. So, and then looking at the 30-minute, really nothing to be seen here. And then go down to super low time frames. You can see the 20-minute is maybe has broke the EMA resistance right here, and that is pretty bullish. So, and we also got the 20-minute golden cross, and that hasn't happened since right here. And the last time we got the it's the white and the green, and when the white pin bar comes up, that's the golden cross. So we could see, if history repeats itself, which it doesn't always, you know, a typical 6% pump before a pullback. And then we got another one, another looks like a 6% pump, and then this one actually dumped at 2 or 3%. So we'll see, we'll see. And so we'll jump back into the higher time frames and take these moving averages off. And also, if it breaks 2059, there's really nothing stopping it up until the 2126. So if we do see a break above there, I would look for it to pump a little bit harder. But it's got to break 2060 first. And so let me take off my drawing tools. And we will hop back into the weekly. Follow up on it and see how it's looking. So on the weekly, when this signal came in, it was looking pretty bullish, but any signal this high up in the oscillator is, to be considered as a potential reversal. And then so checking out the 6-day, we talked about yesterday this RSI turning down. So if it does act as support, we'd be looking for these, like somewhere in the 78 read on RSI to act as a bounce point. And so we'll jump on down and work our way in a little bit further, looking good here. And the 4-day is potentially running into resistance. So yeah, that could be what sets us back, and we'll see what happened last time. So last time it ran into the EMAs was right here, and that was this move for another 10% move up. But that was down lower in the wave trend. So yeah, but also when we got up this high was back in here on the 4-day. So could be just more pushes up until we get pink in the background on 4-day. But that's kind of hopium. We have pumped a lot over the past years, but as you can see, Tesla didn't top out in January or February until it had turned pink on 4-day and ran it all the way up in there to a 92. So if we ran it all the way up, so let's just say 90, that would be something like this in the chart. So if we drew a trend line here, saying it pulled back, I believe there's one higher. So we can also draw one from here to here and see how this plays out. Maybe come down, bounce the EMA as it's coming up, and then run it all the way up to a 90, and then potentially have bearish divergence and come all the way back down. But that would ensue all the way till Halloween, October 28th, if this played out. But yeah, this might not be the right way to do it, but experimental stuff, because why not? It might play out. Tesla is bullish if you didn't just see the news I sent you. I mean, it's just destroying the competition. So if the S&P and all the other stuff can pump and Apple can pump, I don't see nothing stopping Tesla. And then also we can throw on the daily, and we've been talking about how this could act as a bounce point for Tesla if it reversed. And that would be the 34 EMA could come up into, sorry. So the 34 EMA bounced it last time like it did right here. So if it continued up and we seen Tesla come down here, that would be bullish too. So it may not reach all the way down there. But if the daily rolls over on RSI and stuff, we could be in for some trouble. So we will reset the chart and check out Apple. And Apple's looking not so hot. And usually, if you're still with me, you probably know this, but when Wall Street Bets is hyping about Apple, could be a top. And then looking at the daily, looking like it might roll over. But, that's not confirmed until we break the EMA. But never be bearish on Apple long term, just because I use Apple and gonna buy a new phone just like my wife. So yeah. Looking good though on the 6 hour, as long as it can stay above the EMA right here. So Apple's looking good, and then we'll check out the S&P. And so we got the continuation signal on the 12 hour on the S&P, and we've been bullish on this thing ever since we started the channel, and yeah, looking like it could keep going. So looking good. And then so we'll check out Nvidia, and Nvidia is looking like it could be in some trouble off the 6 hour right here, off this pattern, with price action going up like this. So if we see Nvidia break, keep an eye on it. And checking out our other indicators. So looking at the MACD on the 6 hour and the squeeze momentum indicator, this does have me a little bit concerned, but as long as it's red, I don't think we're gonna be just melting to the upside. But if it does turn around with MACD, I would be looking for upside. And then we'll jump it down. So yeah, the 3 hour is coming down, but if it does turn up MACD right here, it will be bullish divergence from this point to this point if it turned it up right here. So, and looking at the 2 hour, it is starting to turn up with the hidden bullish divergence on MACD. So that is why I like to use multiple indicators, because they do, sometimes tell you different things. And then we do have green coming into the squeeze indicator, saying that the momentum is turning up to the upside. And the 30-minute looking like it's breaking out. But if it did top out somewhere in here, you could have quadruple bearish divergence on the 30-minute, which is bad. But if it breaks it, could we see the push back up to 2059 and higher? We'll just have to see. But yeah, guys, I'll leave you off with that. And please like the video up for the algorithm, because you guys are my hero, and like and subscribe so we can spread the gospel of Tesla and helping Elon. And thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.